יברכך השם וישמרך, יאר השם פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא השם פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. יברכך השם וישמרך, יאר השם פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא השם.
I hope the day has been everything that, whatever it's been. We hope that it's been a blessed day, and here we are. Some of you might be here for the first time. I welcome all of you. Some of you are already regulars after 1 week. This is your daily midday meditation at 2 o'clock. I will be hosting, but we have our Yeshiva alum, Jessica Litvak, who is with us, and she'll be hosting today's sit. And so, hi, Jessica.
Hi. Well, welcome, everyone. I'm Jessica, and I'm really glad that you're all here. First, before we sit, there's some announcements this week. We're beginning the fall yeshiva classes. So today, I think today was the first session of Sefer Yetzirah taught by Rabbi Jill Hammer. In the upcoming weeks, you'll be able to join other classes as well. Tuesday through Friday, you can take Hasidic Masters taught by our beloved Rabbi David, and also Rabbi David's class, One God Clapping, is returning, as well as Revolutionary Spirituality taught by Rabbi Daniel Silverstein, Talmud as Spell Book, which has to do with mindful eating, taught by Rabbi Dorothy Richmond, and Gateway to Sleep, taught by Rabbi Sarah Bracha Gershuni. And I'm going to put the link in the chat right now for all those wonderful courses, and we hope you will join us for one or all of them. So back to you, Rabbi David.
Thank you so much, Jessica. We have a couple of minutes just for those who are coming in, and also for all of you who are here. So, such a thrill to stop in the middle of the day and do some mindfulness. So, just a couple of things to talk about as we prepare for the sit. The sit will begin probably at 2:10, and it'll be ever at 2:28, about 18 minutes of sitting. For some of you, 18 minutes of sitting is torture. For some of you, 18 is not nearly enough. You'd like to sit for 45 or 25 or an hour. And so it's absolutely the case that we have a very mixed group here, and our desire, of course, will be to meet as many of you as we can with this opportunity for finding the heart in the middle of the day. And so I just want to begin this this prelude with backing up a little bit, with some pointing out instructions and some elements of instruction. For some of you, this is already you know this quite well, but for those who don't, the purpose of mindfulness, if we can say such a thing, even that sentence is a little bit odd. The purpose of mindfulness is to be mindful. And the assumption, of course, of practicing mindfulness is that we often fall out of being mindful, whether it's because of the conditions that surround us at any given moment, whether it's sounds or sights or internally our own mind states, our own emotional states. Often we are lost in thought or wrapped up in emotion or daydreaming or completely numb, or any one of those natural ways that human beings are in the world. And mindfulness is, in essence, just being awake to what's present, bringing our attention to our minds, to our heart, to our body, just to notice what's there. The theory behind it, of course, there's a lot of theory that we could talk about, but it's a simple practice that is really, really not easy. So as the bell will ring at 2:10, that one bell which will signal settling in, I hope that there isn't that big a difference between the before the bell and after the bell. That even as you're sitting here looking at a screen, maybe moving, maybe doing all manner of things in a normal speed in life, that you're aware that you're looking, that you're the one looking, aware that you're sitting and of your body in space. To make the seamless transition between quote-unquote official practice time and preparation for practice time, all practice, all grist for the mill, as one would say, all kavanah, all awareness. So one of the ways that we do that is we center ourselves on an anchor or on some object of awareness that we imagine ourselves staying focused on as much as possible. And when we catch ourselves not on that object, not on the breath usually, or on the body as we've been doing for the last 4 days, not there, but rather in some story that might already be a couple of minutes into or a couple of seconds, that moment of gentle awareness, oh, there I was, right? In thought, in planning, in fear, in whatever. We gently, right, bring our attention back to the anchor, whatever anchor you've chosen, inviting you and others during these sits to focus on the body, at least in the beginning of the sit, and then moving towards the breath, which can be a little bit more difficult to locate sometimes, locating it either at the place where it enters the nose and leaves, or in the rising and falling of the belly. This practice in our tradition is known as tshuva. Tshuva, which means to return, can also be an answer in modern Hebrew. When someone asks a question, they get a tshuva, an answer. But really, at its deepest core, it's the simplest movement of awareness from discursive and dispersed to presence. Each and every moment is an opportunity to do this work of tshuva. And so the bell will ring, and I invite you to the next 18 minutes with some guidance and some reminders into being fully present and seeing what that kind of spaciousness might allow for you. The other day, my son, Bear, was sitting around, and I said to him, I'd like to introduce you to meditation. And he asked me and said, Abba, when I meditate, it's like being in a room where there's no room and there are too many people. And so I said to him, Bear, what would it be like if when you meditate, instead of there being too many people in a small room, the room got bigger? And then he said to me, yeah, but then more people would come, Abba. And then I said, yeah, but then you can make the room bigger. So let's make the room bigger. And settling in, just notice sensations, notice the feeling, not the idea, the feeling of being inside your body. The feeling of this as you direct awareness to become aware of sensations throughout your body. And and shuttling back and forth between noticing the body and noticing sounds that are around you in your room or wherever you are. Just not grasping for sound, not grasping for sensation, just slowing down and noticing what's already there as you bring awareness. And just being with the body, what the Kabbalah calls the world of Asiya. Just the body and just being with. Maybe not even having to label sensation with hot or cold or pleasurable or unpleasurable, just noticing sensation. And let the body be your anchor as you notice the back of your body too, the back of your head, your shoulders, awareness of the sensation of having a back. And as you move through the body, through the back, and noticing also sensations on the inside of the body, as it were, just note if the idea of the back subtly makes its way into the experience of the body there, the back. I'm inviting you to move the locus of your awareness towards the emotional body, the world of Yetzirah. Even as you are aware of sensations in the body, just noticing if there are feelings. Sadness, joy, anger, boredom, any emotion that might be moving through the body, just touching that emotion, whatever its quality, even as you are aware of the breath or aware of the body as an anchor, also now incorporating a feeling, an emotion. And even now, as you notice the breath as it comes and goes, or stay anchored in sensation throughout the body, aware of your feelings now, maybe aware of thoughts as they label, comment on, narrate, noticing thoughts as they arise and fall away, appearing of their own free will. Thoughts happen. Thoughts are not dependent upon you or me to think them. They arise within awareness. And just noticing the quality of the mind, if the mind becomes smaller, or does it make room, making space for thoughts. The mindfulness of the breath is not a concentration practice where we try to block out thought. It's a very gentle and spacious awareness of breath, knowing that as the mind softens and expands, thought also might come and also leave much more quickly. So notice the quality of your mind. And in these last world, in the world of Atzilut, the world of pure consciousness, maybe removing even the label my mind or my breath, my body from awareness itself, catching a glimpse of the one in whose presence all arises, including our own unique experience, all arising and falling away. Just awareness. All sounds, all thoughts, all feelings, all sensations arising. In a vast field, a vast presence of divine plenty, divine suchness. And in our last minute and a few seconds of practice, I just invite you, wherever you are, to hold the totality of all of this in full-bodied and full emotioned and full spacious mind awareness.
יברכך השם וישמרך, יאר השם פניו אליך.
Many blessings to you all today. I hope that you'll join us again tomorrow in the morning for the morning minyan, or in the Hasidic Masters class, or in our sit tomorrow as we prepare for Shabbat. We again invite you to avail yourselves of the resources at the Romemu Yeshiva. Hope and pray that each and every one of you have a day that is spacious, that no matter how many guests come, you have space to welcome them in and invite them, to be present. That's the deepest kavanah, deepest intention. Thank you to you, Jessica, for your hosting, and to Ari as well for your presence. Much love to each and every one of you. Have a blessed day.